Step right up, folks. Don't be shy. DJ Sugar Bear, reaching for the sky. You're locked into WDRA YouTube Radio, where the drama is bold. Get ready for a story, finally told. Tonight, we kicking off an epic tale called Love, Honor, Betrayal. It's a saga of secrets, second chances, and consequences that echo through the years. Buckle up, buttercups, 'cause this ain't your grandma's bedtime story. Here's the lowdown. 25 years after a painful separation, U.S. Army Colonel Mark Jones, J.D., LLM, a decorated officer and respected lawyer, returns to his hometown of Northshore and rekindles a passionate romance with his former love, Sarah Hernandez. Their second chance at happiness is threatened by the secrets of the past, hidden within Sarah's old letters, revealing her previous relationship with a charismatic David Rodriguez. A complication arises when Mark has an affair with Emily Carter, a highly paid and successful fashion model living in New York who comes to North Shore. As the past and present collide, shocking revelations come to light, forever altering the lives of Mark, Sarah, and Emily in ways none of them could have ever imagined, forcing them to confront the true meaning of love, honor, and the devastating consequences of betrayal. Now, let's meet the players in this high-stakes drama. U.S. Army Colonel Mark Jones, a decorated officer with multiple advanced law degrees, returning to his hometown after years away. A man who projects an image of unwavering honor and control. His carefully constructed persona crumbles when faced with the resurgence of past love and the messy reality of his own emotions. Sarah Hernandez, a beautiful and resilient woman in her late 40s living in North Shore. She carries the weight of past choices and hidden truths, her love for Mark enduring despite the betrayals of the past, finally ready to confront her deepest secrets in the hope of building a lasting future. David Rodriguez, a charismatic and rebellious figure from Sarah's past. His intense relationship with Sarah and subsequent absence cast a long shadow over her life and continue to impact the present, unknowingly shaping the destinies of those he left behind. Emily Carter, a highly paid and successful fashion model living in New York who comes to North Shore. She becomes involved in a passionate affair with Mark. Todd Miller, Emily's flamboyant friend. Alright, enough talk. You've met the crew, you know the vibe. Get ready to press play on Destiny. This is Love, Honor, Betrayal, and the drama starts now. Let's get it.
The electric energy of the stadium. It was the final seconds of the state championship game. The quarterback threw the winning touchdown. Mark caught the ball in the end zone. The quarterback ran to the end zone to join the celebration. Brothers, forever don't break the chain. Mark woke up from his dream. The echo of Brothers Forever still ringing in his ears, a stark contrast to the silence of his empty house in North Shore. He glanced at the digital clock on his nightstand. 7:30 a.m. I'd better get dressed, or I'll be late for my meeting. The events of our story unfold on Wednesday, August 12, 2015. North Shore clung to its industrial past, a rust-colored stain on the landscape. Inside Steeltown Coffee Shop, the air hung thick with a stale scent of burnt coffee and something vaguely metallic, a ghost of the town's former life. A lone, buzzing fluorescent bulb cast a weak glow on the mismatched tables, attempting a coziness that the damp chill seeping from the brick walls stubbornly resisted. Then he walked in. Sarah's breath hitched. It was Mark Jones. But not the boy she remembered. This was a sculpted version, towering at an impressive 6'6", a height that made him look like he could easily play for the North Shore Cavaliers basketball team. He was a fit, athletic black man, the kind who exuded quiet power with every step. His mid-40s had only sharpened his features, adding a distinguished edge to the strong lines of his jaw and the intelligent gleam in his dark eyes. He wore a Tom Ford business suit, impeccably tailored in deep black, the fabric hinting at a luxurious weight. The crisp white of his shirt was a stark contrast, making his rich, dark skin even more striking against the backdrop of his height. Her gaze drifted downwards, a long way down, lingering on his shoes. They were exquisite, polished black wingtips, the leather gleaming with a deep, expensive sheen. She could almost see her reflection in their flawless surface. Even his socks, a subtle flash of charcoal gray peeking above the leather, spoke of a meticulous attention to detail. He always had a sharp sense of style, even back then, she thought fleetingly, a ghost of a teenage memory surfacing. This wasn't the Mark who had left North Shore in a cloud of youthful heartbreak. This was a man who commanded presence, both through his bearing and his sheer size. Outside, parked directly in front of the faded storefront, sat Mark's brand new BMW M8 Competition Series 2-door convertible all-wheel drive. Its sleek black lines a stark contrast to the aging cars scattered in the vicinity. It was the kind of car that turned heads, a silent testament to success, and a life lived far beyond the confines of Northshore. A subtle shift rippled through the small coffee shop as he entered. Conversation seemed to soften, heads turning almost imperceptibly. Sarah saw the subtle glances, the envious looks cast his way by the other women nursing their coffees, a collective holding a breath. A silent lament almost seemed to hang in the air, a wistful sigh that this incredibly tall and handsome stranger wasn't stopping at their table. But his eyes scanned the room, and then they locked onto hers. That gaze still intense, she noted, a familiar warmth stirring within her. A ghost of the old Mark flickered in his intense gaze, a flicker that sent a familiar warmth spreading through her despite the years. Time had sculpted her beauty, adding fine lines around her expressive Latina eyes, a depth that spoke of resilience. A hint of melancholy still lingered, but when his gaze held hers, a hesitant warmth bloomed within her, reflected in the tentative smile that touched her lips. She wore a dress in a vibrant floral print, a small act of defiance against the muted tones of the town, a whisper of the passionate spirit he once knew. Their eyes met, a jolt like a forgotten current surging back to life. For a heartbeat, the years crumpled, irrelevant.
Sarah?
Mark Jones. Is that really you?
Yes, it's me in the flesh. That's Colonel Mark Jones, JD, LLM, United States Army. It took a long time to earn that rank, and those degrees cost me a small fortune.
25 years. No phone calls, no letters. Fortunately, your mom kept me up to date on your life. It's good to see you.
Without a word, they both rose, the scraping of their chairs echoing in the sudden stillness. An initial polite hug tightened, deepened, becoming a desperate embrace, a dam breaking as long-suppressed feelings flooded back, thick and rich like cream swirling into black coffee. The years dissolved in the closeness, the subtle scent of his expensive cologne mingling with the familiar warmth of his towering presence. A slow smile finally touched his lips as they parted, genuine and unguarded, a fissure in the colonel's armor revealing the man beneath.
Mark, you haven't changed a bit.
Sarah, it's good to see you. Can I join you?
Yes, please. I would love that.
As he settled into the opposite chair, his long frame making the small cafe chair seem almost child-sized, the years began to peel away, the remembered sting of their parting as sharp as a fresh wound. The conversation began cautiously, a polite exchange of surface details. They ordered coffee, the rich aroma filling the small space around them. Mark found himself easily drawn into conversation with Sarah, the years melting away with each shared memory and tentative question about their present lives. He found himself surprisingly at ease, the carefully constructed walls he usually maintained feeling less necessary in her presence. A familiar warmth settled over him, a feeling he hadn't realized he'd been missing for so long. It was a feeling intrinsically linked to Sarah, a quiet comfort that cut through the years of military discipline and self-imposed emotional restraint. It's strange, she thought, how quickly it all comes back. He was supposed to be meeting Richard, his mother's realtor, here at Steeltown Coffee Shop to discuss the sale of the property. Suddenly, a sophisticated ringtone broke through their conversation. Mark's brow furrowed almost imperceptibly as he reached inside his impeccably tailored jacket, the movement revealing the impressive span of his shoulders. He pulled out a sleek smartphone and glanced at the screen. "Excuse me for one moment. I need to take this call. Colonel Mark Jones speaking. How can I help you?"
Mark, this is Reverend Richard Smalls with Northshore Realty. We keep it real.
Man, I love your slogan.
I am at the office, and my manager hates the joke every time I say it. I'm sorry about your mom, man. I will miss that lady.
Yeah, she was something else.
Your mom, Dottie, she was sharp as a tack, God bless her soul.
I had a house on 12th Street I'm closing on, and the title company rep is running late, so I'm gonna need to reschedule with you. I already got interior and exterior pictures of the house already. Let's do this. I'm gonna send you my Zoom call link, and we'll meet over Zoom in the morning, 9:30 a.m. sharp. I'm gonna email the docs you can e-sign, and we are off to the races, and I'll stop by and put up a key box.
Okay, sounds good, Richard. Hey, how long do you think it will take to sell?
Well, brother, your flight to Virginia leaves this Friday at noon. This won't take long. The property values in that area, 11th Street up to 24th Street, is an investor's heaven. I'll sell it before you're even settled in Virginia. That house needs just a little repair work, but in that area, that house will go for $350 to $400K after the renovations.
Okay, sounds like a date. Send me the link and the emails. Thanks, Richard. I gotta get back to my coffee mate. She's hotter than the coffee.
Reverend Richard Smalls. He was always a character. Your mom, Dottie. She thought the world of him. She said he was the only one in town who didn't try to pull any punches. She was like a mom to me, Mark. I'll miss her terribly.
Yeah, she was special. So, about that distraction.
So, Colonel Jones, are you in town for long?
I'm just here to sell my mother's house. Unless you give me a reason to stay.
And what kind of reason would that be, Mark?
The kind of reason that makes 25 years feel like yesterday and tomorrow feel like a promise.
What up, world? This your boy, DJ Sugar Bear, back in the house, on the ones and twos. And man, what a ride we just had in part 1. Genesis. Can you believe it? 25 years later, JAG Officer Mark Jones is back in Northshore, walking into Steeltown Coffee Shop and BAM, right into Sarah Hernandez. That reunion was thicker than a double-shot espresso, full of unspoken history and undeniable heat. Mark's rocking the Colonel stripes, Sarah's still holding secrets, and that tension? Off the charts. You feeling that drama? That's what we do here on the Drama Network. This is where new school YouTube and old school soap opera radio have a baby. And trust me, this baby's got sass. Welcome to your ultimate destination for gripping, serialized stories that dive deep into the messy, passionate, and often scandalous realities of human relationships. You're tuned into WDRA YouTube Radio, where I, KC Saga aka DJ Sugar Bear, guide you through intricate plots bursting with love, honor, and devastating betrayal. From hidden affairs to shocking revelations, our daytime operas will keep you on the edge of your seat, just like the classics you grew up with. If you crave stories where trust is broken, loyalties are tested, and every twist leaves you wanting more, you found your new obsession. And speaking of twists, you ain't seen nothing yet. Get ready for what's coming in the next episode. We plunge into the Constitution is law, where things get even more intense. You do not want to miss a single second. So, stay locked in, hit that like button, subscribe to the Drama Network, share this with everyone who loves a good story, and leave a comment to tell us what you think. Well, see you next time on Drama Radio WDRA. Hey, Sugar Bear here. Don't touch that dial or remote. Stick around to the very end, and the next episode will play automatically. Thanks for hanging in there with us.